Well, Steve Brown, obviously sports reporter at the Chronicle. What's your thoughts on Newcastle's latest victory over Peterborough United? I believe it's got somebody the sack.
So I think it's a bit harsh on Darren Ferguson, given what he's done over the last couple of years. But as far as we're concerned, it's just another good win for Newcastle, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, to be top of the table going into another national break is great. That's where Newcastle, want to be. But at the end of the day, I think there's a long way to go. I mean, I think people talk about the 33 points picked up so far. Great, 17 more. We're definitely not going to get relegated. I'm looking at it from a negative side of it. But I mean, it is a long season, isn't it? The championship.
Right, it's a long way to go, and it's we've seen there's a lot of tough games. We've already dropped a few points here and there. That's going to still happen, but it's nice to see them winning games that's sort of expected to. The thing I was thinking about was, are people that bothered that they're not playing that well when they're top of the league? Because that's all that really matters.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you look back at the fixtures and it's the results that count, isn't it? I think if you look back, I think it's about 85 to 90 points. It's that you need to win the division.
Right.
So there's still quite a long way to go with 33.
And especially with a small squad as well. We've said if they suffer a couple of more injuries, a couple more suspensions as the season wears on, especially in that sort of Christmas period when there's a lot of games, how do they cope with that?
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, it's going to be difficult if they do get this spate of injuries. They can't bring loan players in, as we know. But I mean, just looking at the players who are playing well at the moment, I mean, obviously Gutierrez scored his first goal, then hobbled off straight.
Where was the mask?
Yeah, where was the mask? That was the big question. I mean, what's your thoughts on Gutierrez? There's a lot of debate about his final product, his final ball in the box. He hasn't got that many assists. It's only 2 or 3 this season and 2 or 3 last. So a lot to do in terms of that for him.
I think we all got a bit carried away, didn't we, after that first performance that was so good against Manchester United.
Yeah.
And maybe his expectations went a little bit overboard. But he's an Argentinian international, so you think he's got something.
Plane, isn't he?
Exactly, and it's just took him a bit of time to put that final piece of the jigsaw into his game. Hopefully this is the start, sort of open the floodgates, and maybe Alan Smith can follow.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean,
I don't know.
He's I might put a quid on him at the next game against Preston, but just sort of looking ahead, it is quite a way. 2 weeks, I think, almost. Preston North End. It's after that the momentum seems to have gone, doesn't it? Because of the international break, unfortunately, and I think they're going to need that. They would have needed that momentum to go to Deepdale and get something, because it's not an easy place to go, is it?
No, and they're doing all right in the league, but as we said, hasn't mattered too much. But hopefully the break will also let the squad any injuries they've got just to
have a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, sure.
And Andy Carroll going back to Preston, he didn't have the best of times there. I mean,
he'll have a point to prove on, yeah.
Definitely. Maybe he'll silence them. Brilliant.